Hello. So today we're talking about one of my favorite business boundary conversations, keeping track of time in session. And this person's question was how to keep track of time in sessions in a way that keeps clients comfortable, which I think is a really great way of stating it, because we don't want them to think we're bored. We don't want them to think we're like not totally engaged in listening to them. And yet we have to keep track of time. So first I want to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring Ask Allison. I will tell you what I do. So I have two clocks and both of them are visible to both of us. So like if we're sitting across from each other, they're on either side. I say in the first session, and I have a bunch of scripts for the first session that I have in the party, but one of the things I say about time in here is that part of my job is to make sure that we're managing our time well. And I point to the clocks and say, this is where they are. Any time checking you see me do is a result of me wanting to make sure that we are going the appropriate level of deepness for the amount of time that we have left in the session. So the last thing I want for my clients to experience is to feel like they are completely splayed open and completely vulnerable, and for me to be like, well, gotta go. So I let them know that the time checking is not about anything except wanting to make sure that I am sending them out the door kind of repackaged, so to speak. I also, of course, it died this weekend because the battery ran out, so I can't show it to you, but I have a hybrid smartwatch from Fossil, and I have it scheduled to buzz at 50 past the hour on my clinical day. So I get a little buzz in my wrist that nobody else can see or hear, and I like that as a reminder, so I can still manage the clock situation in terms of the flow of the session, but I also have the all right, time to wrap things up reminder from my wrist. So that's what I do. I would love for folks to put in the comments any tricks or tips that they have and the ways that they manage the time conversation with their clients. And yeah, I find that my clients really appreciate me just being open about it. That's kind of how I do my practice, is I'm really open about all of the housekeeping stuff. Basically, in that first session, I have a whole script situation that involves telling them what to expect from therapy with me and what it's like to be in this practice. So that way everybody knows that they're going to be charged for no-shows and these kinds of things. And it's all laid out on the table. And there are no big surprises. So I hope that that's helpful. I'll talk to y'all later.